Day number 16, episode 16. How did this feel? Anticipation, excitement, nervousness, weirdness. What were you feeling? Today, we are going to uncover all of these elements in the form of silence. I was having a conversation with my ex girlfriend. It was back in 2020 February, just before the COVID pandemic hit in India. We were really not on talking terms at all about a lot of different things. And honestly, after Yogeshwari came to my life, I pretty much forgot that entire chapter. Maybe just snippets of it is what I remember. During that conversation, she was constantly badgering me with her perspectives, how nightlife is good, we should drink alcohol and smoke, how she wants to have her own freedom, how I am always being a roadblock to her dreams and wishes. At times, the conversation was going on, but I decided to pause. That soon led to her anger coming down. And by the time both of us came down to that pause, we realized that this conversation was not really going anywhere. Throughout the conversation, it lasted around 45, 50 minutes. I was trying to tell her that the conversation is not going anywhere. The relationship is not going anywhere. It took at least 5 to 6 minutes of complete silence for her to realize that. Ever since, I practice silence with my parents, practice silence in any heated conversation. I practice silence every single time whenever I see and sense that my emotions are taking over. Today, we're going to decode all of that. I have my mind map in front of me. I want you to know this. We are all scared of silence, not because it's quiet and lonely and all, because it opens us up, rather exposes us to who we really are, what we are really feeling. And today we're going to accept all of that and then see what is it trying to tell us. I'm not talking about meditation here. I'm just talking about silence. The beauty about silence is it all begins with pause, just a pause. And this pause can be used in three different scenarios. The first, when I pause before, what did you just feel? Did you feel some sort of an anticipation or excitement? Oh, what's going on? What is he going to share? What is he going to talk about right now? That's exactly what happens. It builds that excitement, builds the enthusiasm. And the best way to do so is to just take that pause before you're able to share an important point. You might have also seen that there are some people who are sharing some very personal stuff. And just before they do so, there's a natural tendency to allow the emotions to curb over and then they talk about it, kind of hold their emotions. That's when they're pausing before. So I'll give you another very interesting example, which just now Clara gave me. Okay. The biggest mistake speaker make is rushing the truth. Did you feel that? Okay. The second one is pause during, which means while you constantly are speaking and you're allowing your audience to weave with you, but then you just let them settle. You take a breathe in, you allow them to breathe in with you. Every single time you speak, you have to understand your audience consciously, subconsciously, unconsciously are modeling you. They are with you, especially when you put in that energy to share something very powerful and inspiring, something transformational for sure. So so this entire pause is all about processing, allowing that little breather. And that's why pause during, and then finally the pause after. So once that conversation ended, I cried my lungs out. This was a relationship that I probably thought over the last 1.5 years that it's not going anywhere. We had just completed a little above 2 years together. Somehow it just didn't feel right. That conversation ended. I cried my lungs out. And then I allowed myself, gave myself the permission to be free, free from responsibilities, free from any kind of shackles, only to realize that I'm meant for more. And in order to do so, in order to attract all of that, I need to show up as a better version of myself with each passing day. The moment I did that, exactly a year later, Yogeshwari happened. Since then, it's been a beautiful journey. Do you feel that? Okay. So people will remember what you repeat, but they will feel what you paused for. Let that sink in for a moment. So now, when you understand the fundamentals of pause, let's go through a little bit of the subtleties of it. And these are very, very interesting points that Clara gave me. The first is pausing signals confidence and control. But the moment you rush things, it's all about being nervous. It's all about somehow ending. Calm speakers always take time to breathe in. Okay. Now, just like music has a proper rhythm, even your pauses, as you continue to practice, you will begin to realize that there is a rhythm to a pause always. Now, for some people, it's natural. And again, you have to be aware to understand what's your natural form of pause. For some people, it's loud, fast, slow, all of these different things. And then finally, when you are silent, that's when you're building trust. It's the same thing when you're talking to people one to one in an interpersonal conversation. When you are silent, you are listening. At least that's what the other person perceives, and you build trust. So let's do a little bit of a test right now. And I wanted this to be a little bit more of an immersive experience for you. I want you to close your eyes right now with me. Take a deep breath in, breathe out. As you keep your eyes closed, just feel whatever you feel. Feel the silence. Just feel. And now slowly open your eyes. While you were doing this, did you feel anything? Some form of an emptiness? How did that make you feel? Do write it below. Okay. Write it to me in the comments right now. How did that make you feel? What did you feel? Maybe you would have felt numb. Maybe you felt weird. Maybe you felt, I'm not even sure what's happening. Whatever it is, just write down. Okay. Done. Now let's move to the next exercise, which is think about your most favorite quote. And we are going to use the quote in two different ways. First, we are going to say the entire quote in one stretch, and then we are going to say the entire quote with pauses. Okay. So one of my favorite quote is repetition is the mother of all skills. So I'm going to repeat it exactly as it is. Repetition is the mother of all skills. Repetition is the mother of all skills. Now let's add pauses and see. Repetition is the mother of all skills. There you go. I even added a pause at the end. You tell me in the comments right now, which one did you feel more connected to? Go ahead. Which one did you feel more connected to? Which one hit you at a deeper level? Obvious. That's the power of the pauses. And finally, the third one, it's more like feeling the breath behind every single word that we speak. So let me share a sentence with you. Everything you want exists on the other side of fear. Let's repeat that a couple of times. Everything you want exists on the other side of fear. Now, what if you allow silence to carry this entire statement? Just silently allow the words to process in your mind. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. And repeat this, okay? Everything that you want exists on the other side of fear. When you take the time to focus on every single word silently, observe how you feel. So I'm going to chant it out and I want you to feel the importance of every single word, okay? Everything that you want is on the other side of fear. Did you feel some shift or the other? That is the power of pauses. So the next time you speak, you're going to speak with words, right? But just allow your words to breathe through pauses. And every single time you do that, your audience is not going to experience the silence. Rather, they will feel the completion of your message as they receive it with the breath embedded within each pause. It's like the words reach to them right here, full of life. If you're new here, please do hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, share your learnings. And if you want the notes, all the details and everything is given below. Thank you so much for helping me with episode number 16. In the next one, we're going to dive even deeper on a far, far, far more important topic. A lot of things are there in store for you. We'll see you in the next one.